Well, I meant to do this in my car on the way home, but didn't happen. So I printed this out to talk about Bitcoin. And I've got a WebBot report. This was February's, not March's, February's WebBot report regarding Bitcoin. Just as a reminder to see what WebBot said and time frames about Bitcoin and movements and whatnot, especially because it's been so very accurate with Bitcoin. But what I told you I was going to talk about mainly was this whole possible fork or forking of Bitcoin. Bitcoin Core, which is what it's been this whole time, or Bitcoin Unlimited. And Bitcoin Unlimited allegedly fixes some problems with Bitcoin Core, and there's kind of a fight back and forth. Do we want Core? Do we want Unlimited? Unlimited just crashed the other day. Nodes had a problem. There's a major bug, but they fixed it. They came back online, yada, yada, yada. So it's almost like, the Bloods versus the Crips gang war going on between Bitcoin Core and followers and Bitcoin Unlimited. But I thought to myself, well, what happens if one wins over the other? Do I need to unload my Bitcoin now? My Bitcoin Core, since that's what it is, BTC. Do I need to unload them now in preparation for Bitcoin Unlimited? And what I've gathered from researching online is that if one wins or the other wins, and they both sides say, look, we're going to go with this one, we all agree, fine, whether it's Bitcoin Core or Bitcoin Unlimited, it doesn't affect any Bitcoin holders. You will have whatever Bitcoin ultimately it becomes. You will have it. If you have it now, you will have it then. So you're safe. If by chance they split off, from what I've read, and from people way more knowledgeable about Bitcoin than me, if they fork off, and let's say you have 3 Bitcoin right now, you should have those 3 Bitcoin and also 3 Bitcoin Unlimited, thus having 6 Bitcoin, even though one's not really a Bitcoin and the other is, or whatever. So essentially you'll have them either way. So you're safe. That's what I've come to gather. Ultimately, you're going to be safe in this. So I know I emailed Cliff. I never did hear back from him about Bitcoin Unlimited and is there a difference and should we be worried, And maybe he didn't reply for that reason. There's nothing. Bitcoin is going to be Bitcoin. One way or another, it's not going to affect us. Whether you're holding a BTC now or a BTU in the future, you'll have 3 of that one. You'll also have 3 of the other one. Or if they merge, not necessarily merge, but one becomes the winner, the other one becomes a loser, you will have that coin. Have a nice day. So that's where I think we can all rest that debate. Well, not really rest the debate, but for what I do and tell you guys about Bitcoin and this and that, you're probably wondering, well, what about the unlimited one? Should I get rid of it? My opinion is no. I'm going to sit on mine and see what happens with this. Because again, if it splits off and you get 3 of one and 3 of the other, since you already had 3 of one, you can't lose. Right now, the same software, the wallets, it's all the same essentially. So any transactions that have happened in one have also happened in the other one. So I don't think there's anything to worry about with that. All it's going to be is which one comes out on top, ultimately. That's it. So from the February WebBot report, because I'm thinking about this little war, if you will, going on between this new Bitcoin, the old Bitcoin, and some other things, that have been happening, like the WebBot said, look for March fireworks to start getting going politically and economically and things. And once again, another down day for the Dow Jones. It recovered, back down again. Just a hair, but it ended the day negative in the red. And the big winning streak of the markets, especially the Dow Jones, is absolutely over. That was established days ago. But it's interesting that the WebBot did say to look for this time period for that kind of stuff. But it mentioned some other things about Bitcoin, so that's what we're going to talk about. Again, February 2017 WebBot report. I just searched for the word Bitcoin, read the ones that were relevant. Yep, let me grab this, copy, paste, kind of a thing. Yet more sets arrive in supporting positions to the idea of political fracturing continuing as the media battles also continue. Tell me that's not true as hell right now. Donald Trump just vindicated. I told you they were spying on me, just got confirmed. The politicians tweeting back and forth and fighting. Maxine Waters, get ready to be impeached, Mr. Trump. No, actually, reverse that. No, he was right. He was, in fact, spied upon. Well, there were no physical, I can tell you there were no physical wiretaps. There were no physical wiretaps at Trump Tower. Well, that's because you don't do physical wiretaps anymore. It all goes through servers and computers, and you just have your data center kind of in the middle where all the data flows through. So you get to copy everything anyway. There's no more tapping wires. It's nonsense. So tell me there's not a political fracture happening, as it says, continuing as the media battles also continue. Speaking of media battles, they had to let go Judge Napolitano at Fox News because he ran with the story of Trump being hacked. And that was absurd because there was no proof. We had to let him go. Wait a minute. Flash forward to today. Actually, Trump was right. Let's go rehire. They're going to rehire Fox News. You're going to rehire Judge? Judge, we're sorry about that. Don't sue us. Here's a little bonus pay. We'll double your pay for being such idiots towards you. Maybe that'll work. The new battlefield for the media is indicated to shift daily as the skirmishes seek to locate weak spots. Please tell me, is this not accurate right now? These sets have Bitcoin coming up as a subject within the media wars over late February and throughout all of March and into April. The datasets are showing that panic that is developing as the legacy media begins to experience both defections of former stars as well as deaths. Now, you've seen the shakeup of people from Fox News leaving, going to CNBC. This one's going from there, going to CNN, or that's accurate. Now, I'm not going to say David Rockefeller was a media star, but definitely a death recently of a very high-level person. It is the latter, so the death, that is showing as propelling the former. As the mysterious deaths of legacy media stars, which maybe should be happening soon, I don't know, is showing as almost instantly coming up as a major conspiracy hotspot, leading to speculations that someone is cleaning up loose ends. These sets further bring up details for panic and freakout as former legacy media stars begin defecting and quitting the dying media empires. The confusion sets are supporting the rise in Bitcoin prices in US dollars as they have markets confusion in the midst of scary new highs with shaky fundamentals causing jitters, which, by the way, since February with this report, we have had all-time new highs in Bitcoin, okay? Causing jitters. Some of the jitters language is in supporting position to Bitcoin sets. So jitters, what's to be jittery about Bitcoin and the price of going up and down? Well, there's this new thing called Bitcoin Unlimited. And what happens if the Chinese, who control most of the Bitcoin mining in the market, decide they want to go with unlimited? It's going to kill the Bitcoin core crowd, and then the exchanges, are they going to stop supporting the Bitcoin core, right? There's some jitters here, okay? Again, these sets have near-term peaks of emotional values for intensity in mid-March. The emotional levels within the building tension values think tightening stomach muscles from tension remain high through into the early part of May. There are two large dips from building tension to release of tension within this period from mid-March through to June. These sets are extensively supported by currencies crisis and crosslinks from China pop. These sets also have support from Bitcoin frenzy as a global pop phenomenon. Much of the Bitcoin frenzy language also crosslinks over to the cash withdrawal language. The growth spurt on the 5th of February is dominated by Bitcoin, but also has significant support for silver. These new sets bring in temporal markers for positive announcement about Bitcoin from some officialdom. Along with the positive announcement, there are some sets for an example of justice. Now, positive announcement from officialdom, I'm hearing and reading that the whole Bitcoin Unlimited thing is actually being pushed by the Chinese government. They want that to go, not Bitcoin Core. That's interesting. There are some sets for an example of justice. Additional note, rare these past few years, that will also be propelling Bitcoin enthusiasm, passion higher. The just delivered sets are supported by stunning surprise and weak knees release tension into strong legs. This last is a poor transliteration of happy surprising shivers and other sets from non-English sources, and thus may be poorly rendered, but is nonetheless expressive of the emotional tone of the data. So my note was this last paragraph that I just mentioned could be about Bitcoin Unlimited. And again, I'm reading that the Chinese government is actually the ones pushing the unlimited thing. And I remember, if I heard that, I was like, man, didn't the Webbot say something about Chinese officialdom getting in gear with, like, getting behind Bitcoin and pushing Bitcoin? And I don't even know if it was in this report, but it made me go look for the last couple reports, March and this month, March, and February this year, and search for Bitcoin. I didn't find that specific part, but I do know it was in one of the most recent Webbot reports. But I found enough here to say, I want to talk about it and show where Webbot does seem to be saying some things that are definitely happening right now. So just want to share that with you. A little bonus tonight because I said I was going to do it, and I'm going to upload that right now, and you should have it in just a little bit. Not that you would know that because you haven't seen this video yet. Take care.